Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh and sizzling news all day long. If this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please go ahead and subscribe, like this video, also leave your opinions in the comment section below. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar on Thursday cried out over an alleged plot to rope him and Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos into a purported financial fraud. He said the plot is being orchestrated by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. According to Atiku, the Lagos governor is being accused of providing money for that is Atiku's presidential campaign in the 2023 election, in which Atiku and Tinubu were contestants. A statement signed by Paul Ibe, media advisor to Atiku, and made available to the NPO reports, said that Sanwo-Olu was said to have made the funds available to Atiku through one Mrs. Aisha Ashimogo. The statement said part of a game plan was to get rid of Sanwo-Olu as the governor of Lagos State. Here is a press release from Atiku's camp. Halt these at official Bola Ahmed Tinubu's voyage of misadventure and campaign of calumny against at Atiku. We at Atiku Media Office have taken note of reports in a section of the media that the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, through Mrs. Aisha Shimogo, made available to His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, Vice President of Nigeria, 1999 to 2007, money purportedly belonging to Lagos State. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, is already credited with investigating the matter. Let it be known that this is a blatant lie from the pit of hell, a contrived political hogwash, and a futile campaign of calumny aimed at advancing the political interest of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It may interest Nigerians to note that the Waziri of Adamawa does not know Governor Sanwo-Olu and indeed has never met him before. This piece of kindergarten propaganda is beneath the camp of Tinubu. How is it possible for an Atiku that does not know and had no connection with Sanwo-Olu to be having a transaction with him involving the exchange of money, let alone during the presidential election of 2023, in which his boss was a contestant? To what end would that be? We wish to therefore state emphatically and for the record that it is a political hatchet job aimed at providing a much-needed justification to get station Governor Sanwo-Olu, who appears to have fallen out of favor with the Bodilon courts. Indeed, their strategy is twofold: get rid of Sanwo-Olu and to discredit the coalition being put together by the opposition political parties, of which Atiku Abubakar is a key stakeholder. To even underscore how poor the propaganda is, an unnamed Sanwo-Olu's aide is quoted in the news story, trashing his principal and aiding fuel to the fire. Pray, who does that? Since the EFCC has been dragged into the arena of politics and propaganda, we challenge the anti-corruption agency to make public the outcome of its alleged investigation. It is not just the president that is entitled to that information, but the generality of the Nigerian public, including former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and Labour Party's presidential flag bearer in the 2023 election, Peter Obi. This voyage of misadventure and campaign of calumny against the person and reputation of Atiku Abubakar must be altered immediately and with alacrity too. From Paul Ibe, signed by Paul Ibe, Atiku Media Office, Abuja. You always have your thoughts and opinions in the comments section. This news has been circulating on social media for a while, and about how Sanwo-Olu is no longer within Tinubu's camp. I'm assuming since Obasa's removal and reinstatement. This is allegedly, and this is, like I said, what is on social media. We don't know how true this is, but now saying that Sanwo-Olu, was giving money to Atiku to finance his campaign. I think that is far-fetched. And I know that this originated from the fact that Ashimogo, this woman is a very popular socialite, both in Lagos and in Abuja, and a very close friend of Babajide Sanwo-Olu. She celebrated her birthday last year, both in Nigeria and in, I think, Grenada or Netherlands, something like that. And Sanwo-Olu attended. It was at that wedding, people started, that was the first time we heard her name. That was the first time that, Nigerians became aware of who Ashimogo is. That was when we realized, how did she get her money? That was when people started questioning her source of wealth, her source of income. Like, how did she get this much money to spend, to invite people all the way from Nigeria to Grenada for the weekend to celebrate her birthday? Because, there was the flyer of her birthday was on the website where, she provided accommodation and everything for her guests just for a birthday, for a weekend. So I'm not surprised that probably she has a relationship with Atiku. So now people are now putting one and two together, saying that she might have, sponsored Atiku's campaign through Sanwo-Olu. Let me have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. What do you think of this allegation? Do you think it's just a propaganda, or do you think it has some elements of truth? Let me know in the comment section what you all think on that. Before we go, guys, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. The first comment is from Cole, who says, "This is nonsensical nonsense, pure fallacy to kickstart political brouhaha in Lagos State towards 2027. I believe that Atiku Media Organization is just coming up with political propaganda to eat up Nigerian politics." Samson Dada says, "It's a lie, just a propaganda. They are just trying to make noise and news. I do not believe the story." Duro Kestachidi says, "Who doesn't know Tinubu doesn't know his strategy. Tinubu doesn't want to contest election with a governor that is already in a second tenure in Lagos State because he fears and doubts if you can bring out Lagos money to sponsor him, Sanwo-Olu might be impeached or soft landing resign to pave way for someone who might be their own and seek for election in 2027 to support and sponsor him with Lagos money." Yusuf says, "The evil that men do no longer live after them, but live with them. Abroad saw tomorrow and shout to whoever cared to listen that stricken lean person are full of evil and that Sanwo-Olu was never to be trusted. Now we can see the manifestation." Tijani Imam says, "President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should deal with Atiku decisively in such a way he will retire from politics from 2025. Imosa Jibade says, "Let this Baba call Atiku, go sleep. Don't raise alarm where there is no alarm. Why are you like this? For God's sake. People have advised you to withdraw from the race and rest. Why are you bothering yourself for what cannot materialize? Obasanjo himself labeled you as thief. What else do we need if your former boss said that?" Another comment from Yinka Folabi says, "Obasanjo, who was Atiku's boss, labeled him as a very corrupt man in his book, which is in the public. Let him clear his name first before concocting this." Jacob Ajewole says, "What corruption does Atiku Luta has, for God's sake? Somebody who was documented to have stolen what can feed 400 million people for 300 years. Timothy Adegbite says, "The articulated shenanigans and his golded nattering nuisance, nitwit contorting in inanities just to curry sympathy from gullible folks. It ain't gonna work. Satanic antics is dead on arrival. Bring another lie to the fore. Bring it on." Lastly, a comment from Bell says, "Wow, what a complicated web is being weaved by Atiku after every ploy of blackmail failed. This presidential contest and internet outlets is every day revealing how unfit to be in the position of leadership these pretenders." What are your thoughts? Let's have them in the comment section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching, guys. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.